Okay, we've got another match. I don't know if I will or will not post the last one. It was yet another Grixis control deck, and it was a very arduous game. Oops, I don't want to show that. There we go. Sorry, I'm enlarging that. Okay, so this is a terrible hand. We're going to maul for sure. And this is a pretty terrible hand too. Yeah. I think that we have to, well, we might just keep it and hope for something, but we don't have any white mana, so we got to maul again. And this is pretty awful as well, but this is the best of the awful hands. Bottom. Okay. What color do we want with this? Maybe white? Grim Flare. Ouch. Okay. The Concealed Courtyard, that's moderately good. At sorcery, I don't know what I'm worried about, but let's rock this Evolving Wilds now. So this is a really slow start, and I feel like if he drops a Liliana right now, I'm going to have a really hard time coming back. What I can hope to do from this match is get a big time advantage, which the last match I may have been able to win, but I ran out of time. Probably a Forest was a better choice there. But yeah, I literally got the guy down to 2 life, and I had a couple of creatures on board versus his Torrential Gearhulks. He would have had some blockers and things like that, but I just totally ran out of time. Some of these triggers just take too long to activate, like the deserts and things like that. They take a long time, and if your connection is a little laggy or slow, it's like you can't get that off in a reasonable amount of time. Okay, this was kind of backwards here. Now I have a Concealed Courtyard. I definitely wanted a Forest with that last fetch land, so that was my fault on my mana sequencing there. Haunted Dead. Oh, Haunted Dead prized amalgam. 2 prized amalgams. Oh boy. Standard seems really powerful right now. Quite a bit more powerful than this Aristocrats deck can handle, unfortunately. 6 will be taken. So we're like Delirium Zombies or something. Oh god. We're gonna go on to the next game. Like I said, we need all the time in the world. So 23 minutes left is just enough to potentially get 2 wins. Now I could see that deck struggling to find the prized amalgams. So we might be able to bank on that and get a fast start with a bunch of tokens to block the amalgams. So that's the good news there. Exiling cards is good. I definitely don't want to make him discard. Warping Wail may or may not be good against this deck. I think it's not good. So actually Dusk Till Dawn is probably going to shine here. And Appeal to Authority seems pretty good too. Maybe just one of those. Fatal Push I want. Cut a Thraben, cut a Blisterpod. And we'll get rid of one of those. And then Angel of Sanctions. We want all 3 of those guys. Now, what do we want to cut down on? I always am tempted to get rid of the Cryptolith Rites, but that's tough because you definitely need to draw those. Let's cut one of these two here. Anointer or Catacomb Sifter. And like I said, I may be doing this all wrong. This deck is quite new to me. Let's get rid of this guy. Nah, this guy. Okay. Dusk Till Dawn and Angel of Sanctions is kind of a numbo. So that might be a little bit suspicious. But we'll see how that goes. I think that I'm probably going to be seeing some Ishkanograph Widows. And neither of those cards deal with that situation particularly well. My goodness. Okay, this looks doable. I don't want to draw that right now. I just wish I didn't have to play Evolving Wilds. I think that's the biggest problem here. Oh. Wonder if that was an accident. Anyways, I'll take it. Discard a Botanical Sanctum. What is happening? Let's keep that guy around here because we want to get our Catacomb Sifter online. I'm a little bit nervous about whatever's going on over there. Oh, Blooming Marsh, hello. Blisterpod. Well, I guess I'm going to try to take advantage of the fact that we are like way behind on the other side of the table and just get in with as much damage as I can, or as many creatures as I can right away. I don't see much that he can do at this point. Short of like, I don't know, Bantus on 3 would be okay for him. But that leaves me in, I think, a much more favorable position still. Alright, Concealed Courtyard. Two, three, 1, 2. The mana is not ideal. Oh, he's got red? Oh, Champion of Wits. Interesting. Champion of Wits is a pretty sweet card. Well, there are the prized amalgams. Blooming Marsh. Okay, so let's do... Oops. Wait. And we'll sacrifice this one. We want to keep that Dunes alive so that we can do this again next turn. Okay, so it appears like we might be getting Radiant Flames at some point here. But I think I'm okay with that. That's going to leave behind a Blisterpod token. I'll have Sacred Cat in the graveyard. I'll scry a bunch. Okay, maybe not. This deck just isn't the old, it's not the Aristocrats deck. It's close, but it's not. And we, like, without the Cutthroat, it's like there's no inevitability with a bunch of creatures on the board versus Wrath spells. So I think that maybe Zulaport Cutthroat has a home in Standard these days. It just doesn't look exactly like this deck does. So some finagling needs to be done. Alright, well, that was an interesting game. I'm not really sure what the hell was going on over there, but I'll take it and run with it. So let's just try it again. Same plan. This is not bad. Somewhere on top of my Wizards wish list, I wish that they would keep settings for my window when I open a new game. Like, I don't want to have to close the freaking chat every time I get into a game or open up the graveyard every time. Like, can't I just remember that I do that? Oh, wrong button. Ugh, I need to get that Cryptolith Rites out. Well, that was goofy. I guess maybe playing the cat first and then Cryptolith Rites is potentially right, but doesn't make a huge difference, I suppose. Okay, Sacred Cat, and ooh, Catacomb Sifter. 1, 2, I can play that. And Catacomb Sifter. Okay, no flames. Cool. Alright. Let's see here. We're gonna do this. Perhaps discarding cards is something he wants to do. Oh, ow, Kozilek's return. Okay. Well, we'll get in with the Catacomb Sifter. And, oh, I don't know. Where do we want that guy? Put on top, maybe? Sure, yeah, that's gas. Yeah, I could use a land though. Let's keep digging a little bit. All right. Here's a land. Fortunately, it's not an untapped white producing land for the Sacred Cat reanimation, but that's okay. Tireless Tracker. Well, Dusk does deal with him. That's really not the worst way to do it. this, and with this, and pass. Hopefully we can bait out another creature to Dusk before we have to cash in on that. Our creatures are all still small enough to get through, which is the cool part. I'm not afraid of damage. Okay, so he didn't cash in on those clues right there. Interesting. Alright, let's get some... What do we want? We need a plains, I think? Actually, we might need a waste. Yeah, I think we do. Grab a waste. Okay, there's Shefet Dunes. What's coming? I really don't know what to expect. This is an odd deck. Okay, that worked. Cool. Grapple. Ugh. Grim Flare's coming back, isn't he? No, what do you get back? Tracker? What, returns Evolving Wilds to his hand. Okay. Alright, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Worst case scenario, I mean, like, this is where we can kind of get into, like, Planeswalker mode, and that sort of scares me. Liliana Death's Majesty would be good. Okay, Champion of Wits. I've got to be expecting an Elder Deep Fiend at some point here. I'm sure that's something that he's considered. Right. Ooh, Hidden Stockpile is good. Let's do Hidden Stockpile first, and then we have the opportunity to attack with our guys. I'm going to play Anointed Procession before I do though. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that means lots of tokens. Though, let's see here. Yeah. Alright, sacrificing a cat. Another cat on top. That's pretty good. Cat on top. And we're going to need a bunch of guys at the end of turn here. Now, having a Sacred Cat on top of my deck essentially makes me like pseudo like wrath proof, because he can kill all my creatures, and then that leaves me a creature to like basically recoup this engine right away. Elder Deep Fiend, okay. He's doing it on his turn. Oh, so that he can cause Life's Return, of course. really do have to choose it that many times. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, well. Put on the bottom. Dusk doesn't suck here. Actually, neither does Dawn. Can I cast that? Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I can't. Okay. Maybe I want to just Dusk and get rid of this Deep Fiend so he can't go into another Deep Fiend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I am going to get 4 tokens. I think that's right. I think this is right. It's a weird play, but it's right, I think. Because I want to keep that Sacred Cat around so I have other options to... what was that? So I have other options to rebuild my board. What just happened there? That was odd. Oh, there are the prized amalgams. I knew they were coming eventually. Now that I've used all my Dusks. Okay, this Ruins might possibly be the right play here. I think that's what I'm going to try for. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to activate my Revolt. That'll put him at 2. Ah, he does have Elder Deep Fiend. Okay. Alright, well, we will be Dusking right now. Oops. I really hate these scrolls. I guess that's my number one on my wish list is these stupid scroll windows. I mean, we have the possibility to zoom out. It happens sometimes when you have to respond to a trigger. Yet, for some reason, when things overload the screen, you have to do this dumb scrolling action left and right. It's a real pain in the ass. I miss a lot of things in games because of it. Standard is slow. Tracker. Okay. Oh. I'd say a big old attack is in line here. Oh, attack with everyone. Oh, God, I hate this program. It's a real pain in the ass sometimes. Okay, well, we'll make the best of that situation. no Kozilek's. Oh, there is a Kozilek's return in there. Oh, shoot. Okay, he has played his Deep Fiend. I don't see anything wrong with just going all in here because we do have ways of rebuilding with Dusk to Dawn. I don't want to deal with all the triggers from Catacomb Sifter, honestly, so we're going to avoid that. We have tons of clues, so we're going to draw a bunch of cards through that. At least we're going to draw 2 cards from that. Okay, we got to hide our graveyards at this point because we need the space. This is what I'm talking about. All this shit off the screen. Zoom out! Problem solved. Or if you could stack the lands in the way that you choose, that would make that easier. Alright, let's... Oops. Don't want to block with that one. Block 1, 2. Tells me that there's probably a Wrath coming on, but that's why I'm blocking. Oh, it's a Deep Fiend into a Kozilek's return. Okay. Clue. Okay. Oh, we got ourselves a Blisterpod, gentlemen. Lots of babies, I mean. Angel of Sanctions, that's a good draw. Well, this just might do it. Let's see here. Just gotta be able to figure out how much freaking mana I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've got 2 left. Try that. I want a white. Oh, I can't. That's not gonna work. Okay. Okay, cool. So I can go green, sack, green, desert, to give this guy +3/+3. And that's exactly 6. I mean, if he's got a Fatal Push, we're in trouble. But I don't think there's much getting out of this situation. Yeah. All right. Awesome. So when the deck works, it works. And Angel of Sanctions was perfectly timed there. So I'm happy to see him at that point. We are now 1-2. See if we can redeem ourselves in the last couple matches and maybe make out with our entry fee. All right, stay tuned for more.